Hey Guy. Gilligan's Island, the beloved sitcom that aired from 1964 to 1967, left an indelible mark on pop culture, but what happened to the iconic cast after the show wrapped? Now more than 6 decades later, we take a look at where they are in 2025, exploring their careers, personal lives. In this video we're going to tell you about Gilligan's Island cast then and now in 2025. So let's get started. Bob Denver as Gilligan. Age filming, 29 years old. Before Bob Denver played the lovable yet dim-witted titular character on Gilligan's Island. He landed his breakout role in The Many Lives of Dobie Gillis. Denver played the beatnik sidekick Maynard G. Krebs on the CBS sitcom for 4 seasons. Just as the show was wrapping, Gilligan's Island creator Sherwood Schwartz began casting. Schwartz was charmed by Denver's portrayal of the first mate. Denver returned for each of the Gilligan's Island TV movies and animated series. After 2 leading roles in TV sitcoms, Denver had enough. "I left Los Angeles in the 70s because I was TV'd out." In September 2005, Denver died at age 70 at Wake Forest University Baptist in North Carolina, from complications related to his cancer treatment. Alan Hale Jr. as the skipper, Jonas Grumby. Age filming, 43 years old. Alan Hale Jr., son of Western film actor and director Alan Hale, played the warm-hearted and caring skipper of the SS Minnow. Jonas Grumby. As a natural leader, the skipper was quick to step up and protect the castaways. Unlike his co-stars, Hale opened a restaurant in his post-television career. In the 70s and 80s, he held ownership of skipper Alan Hale's Lobster Barrel on Hollywood's Restaurant Rose. In 1989, Hale was diagnosed with cancer of the thymus. He was hospitalized in late 1989 and died on January 2, 1990 at age 68. Jim Backus as the millionaire, Thurston Howell III. Age filming, 51 years old. Jim Backus' career and popularity truly soared after his role as Thurston Howell III in Gilligan's Island. He was married to Betty Keane, 1939 to 1942, before meeting his lifelong partner Henny Carson. The two married in 1943 and remained together until his death. On July 3, 1989, Backus was the first Gilligan's Island cast member to die. He was 76 years old. Natalie Schafer as the millionaire's wife, Eunice Lovey Howell. Age filming, 64 years old. Natalie Schafer played the iconic role of Lovey Howell, the spoiled, high society wife of Thurston. Natalie was married to actor Louis Calhern from 1933 to 1942. Well before the filming of Gilligan's Island, she also followed suit and appeared on classic shows like The Brady Bunch, Three's Company, The Love Boat, Chips and more. Her last acting role was in the 1990 horror thriller I'm Dangerous Tonight as the grandmother. Schafer died in 1991 from liver cancer in Beverly Hills at 90 years old. She reserved $2 million from her estate to go to the Motion Picture and Television Hospital, which used the money to renovate an outpatient wing. Tina Louise as the movie star, Ginger Grant. Age filming, 30 years old. After playing the beautiful yet self-obsessed movie star Ginger Grant, Tina Louise wanted to distance herself from the Gilligan's Island role. Following the finale, Louise did not return for any spin-offs or sequels. Louise later appeared on the big screen in films like The Stepford Wives, 1975, and Hellriders, 1984. She also had a fair share of TV appearances including Dallas. Chips. Married, with children and Roseanne. Her most recent on-screen appearance was alongside Stephen Baldwin in Tapestry in 2019. Today at 90, Louise is the only living cast member of Gilligan's Island. She made the rounds promoting her audiobook memoir Sunday, which was re-released in 2023. Russell Johnson as the Professor, Roy Hinckley. Age filming, 40 years old. Russell Johnson played Professor Roy Hinckley, the man who was always trying to get the castaways back home. He continued his career following his time on Gilligan's Island with appearances in Wonder Woman, MacGyver, and Gunsmoke. Russell was married 3 times. In 2014, Johnson died at 89 years old from kidney failure. Dawn Wells as Mary Ann Summers. Age filming, 20 years old. Before Dawn Wells became known as the typical girl next door on Gilligan's Island, she was crowned Miss Nevada in 1959. Her role on the show was her first real foray into the acting world at the age of 26. Wells returned for each of the Gilligan's Island spin-offs and made many TV appearances on shows like The Love Boat, Alf, Growing Pains, Baywatch and Roseanne. She even landed a leading role in the film The Town That Dreaded Sundown, 1976. On December 30, 2020, Wells died at the age of 82 in Los Angeles from complications related to COVID-19. Charles Maxwell is radio announcer. Age filming, 51 years old. Though he was uncredited throughout the entire show, actor Charles Maxwell was a large part of the legacy of Gilligan's Island. Maxwell provided the voice for the never-seen radio announcer who broadcast the news for the castaways to hear. And his dulcet tones became a staple of the show. Maxwell's career in Hollywood saw him become a staple of 1960s TV. And he appeared in Star Trek and The Twilight Zone among dozens of other roles. After over 3 decades of work, including Gilligan's Island, Maxwell retired from performing in the 1970s and passed away in 1993 at 79. Stanley Adam as King Kalivani. Age filming, 49 years old. Stanley Adams played King Kaliiwan in the Gilligan's Island episode titled, The King and I, which aired during the 3rd season in 1966. King Kaliiwan is the ruler of a fictional island near the castaways' location. In the episode, the king and his entourage arrive on the island, and he's portrayed as a slightly pompous but not terribly menacing character. King Kaliiwan has an interesting dynamic with the castaways. He initially believes the castaways are part of his kingdom and that they owe him allegiance. However, as the episode progresses, his over-the-top royal behavior becomes a source of humor and conflict. He died April 27, 1977 at age of 62. Vito Scotti as Dr. Boris Belinkov. Age filming, 46 years old. Vito Scotti played the character Dr. Boris Belinkov on Gilligan's Island in the episode titled, The Matchmaker, which aired during the 3rd season in 1966. Dr. Belinkov is a quirky, comical character who is introduced as a supposed Russian scientist. In the episode, he arrives on the island and tries to win the affection of the lovely Ginger Grant, played by Louise, while also pretending to be a matchmaker. He died June 5, 1996 at age of 78. Nancy McCarthy as Bunny. Age filming, 27 years old. Nancy McCarthy played the character Bunny in the Gilligan's Island episode titled, The Second Greatest Con Artist in the World, which aired during the 3rd season in 1967. Bunny is a con artist who, along with her partner in crime, tries to swindle the castaways by pretending to be a stranded millionaire. Now she is 87 years old.